What's up guys, Benji from Yugioh Gaming here, back with another replay. Well, sorry, the rest of this match will be live, but just had to go back and do this replay to get together. It'll come through with editing or whatever, so don't stress. But yeah, so we got Joe versus Josh. This is round 2 of Nationals for Australian Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. And Joe's going to start. So he's going to use tuning and get Jet Synchron. He's then going to summon Jet, he's going to summon Link Rebo, he's going to bring back the Jet, ditching the Burrow. He's going to summon Needle Fiber, he's going to get Veiled, but he's going to call back the Veiler. Summon 001. He's going to make Link Cross, he's going to summon 2 tokens. He's going to summon back Link Rebo, and then he's going to summon Formula Synchron. Going to draw a card. Then going to summon Barricade Borg Blocker, and he's going to link off into Auradon. Then he's going to use Auradon's effect to summon 3 tokens and summon back the Despot 001. He's then going to use Auradon's effect and get Ashed. Ooh. Well, so from there, he's just going to make a Herald. He's going to set 2 cards, and he's going to pass his turn, setting a Sanguine. He's going to summon Lord. The opponent's going to summon Kriston Rosenix. He's going to his Rosenix, and his opponent is going to scoop. So game 2, guys. So game 2, Josh is going to start, and I assume that more hand traps would have come in on Joe's end, and on Josh's end, he's probably just sided more cards for going first. So maybe Solemn Judgments, Summon Limits, something like that. So yeah, he's going to tuning for Jet. He's going to Jet for Link Rebo. He's going to ditch Sanguine, summon Jet. He's going to Needle Fiber. He's going to get Ashed. He's then going to banish his Sanguine for Golden Land Forever, set 2 cards. He's going to go to the end phase, he's going to banish Sanguine. Oh, and then he's going to pass to Joe, and I'm going to pass it to Benji from Yugioh Gaming. So take it from here. What's up guys, Benji from Yugioh Gaming here. I've just gotten in a bit late, so I'm going to have to quickly join this game. Joe is playing against Josh for round 2. And I'm not too sure what Josh is playing, so I guess we'll have to just see and find out. Joe just won game 1. Don't worry though, like with a bit of editing magic, I'll be able to fix it all up for you guys. So let's just jump right in then. We want to watch. Awesome, so we're just starting game 2. And Josh has... Let's see. He's made his Jet play, and he has been ashed on his Needle Fiber, I believe. So he's set 4 cards and passed. And now 1, 2, 3, 4. It is currently Joe's turn. He is going second into this board. Keep in mind, Joe did win game 1, so just 1 more to go. Shout out Smackers, sick bro coat. Alright, let's go. So it seems to me like Josh has just played the standard Eldlich Synchron deck, if I'm not mistaken. So this would be a mirror match. So yeah, Joe is unfortunately just going to set a card. So I think... Oh, he's going to set 2 cards? Set 3 cards and pass. Okay. So it's not looking very good for Joe here, and Josh is going to take his Needle Fiber out, probably for either a Coral Dragon or a Formula Synchron, depending on whether he values getting another card or popping one of Joe's cards. So yes, he's going to use Formula Synchron to draw another card. And then he's going to activate Sanguine to summon Lord from his deck. So yeah, like at this point, there's really, very few things Joe can have here. I think Nibiru might save him as far as damage is concerned. I don't believe there's a way for him to get 8,000 on board without summoning 5 times with this. What else? Well, knowing that he was going second, he probably has impermanence in his deck. That probably doesn't do a whole lot, though. Joe doesn't really have any blowout going first cards that really help him here, so... Or if he does, they shouldn't be in his deck at the moment. So really, I guess he just has to hope that Josh can't put game on board or make some sort of mistake where he doesn't put game on board and then tries to come back next turn. Okay, yeah, so we see the Eldland, about 800, and he's probably going to add a Lord to his hand, if he doesn't already have it, to apply more pressure. If not, he'll probably just add a Golden Land. No, there we go. We're just going to add Lord to his hand. He's probably going to use Lord's effect. Oh, no, Jet Synchron. Yep, so he's going to summon Link Rebo from his graveyard. Yep, he says then going to ditch Lord and a Spell and Trap. No, he's going to ditch Lord to summon Jet Synchron. Okay. Yep, then he's going to send his Eldland off to summon another Lord. There we go. He's going to use Land's effect to send Hakuero to his graveyard. So he now has Hakuero to get another Sanguine and a Sanguine engrave to get him a Golden Land, assuming he doesn't already have both that he needs set to be able to play in his opponent's turn, which is one of the big benefits of playing the Eldlich engine. Because not only are they very good at cracking boards in your turn, they're very good at disrupting your opponent in theirs. So Barricade Board Blocker summoned. Now, assuming he's playing the standard extra deck, he will probably make Auradon here. But, I don't know, maybe he's playing something different. Maybe he doesn't play the second Needle Fiber and the second Auradon. Maybe he just feels he doesn't need to use those cards and wants to have a certain amount of monsters when Auradon hits board, which is, here we go. summon 3 tokens. Another thing to think about is that there was no access to Despot here, so he is going to use the Jet Synchron instead, which is fine. Yep, so there we go. Joe's going to concede and go to game 3. So game 3, Joe's probably looking to side in his Solemn Judgments and or Summon Limits, depending which one he sided. I know both those cards are pretty popular at the moment in this side deck. What else? I think that's about it, right? Maybe he sides out Nibiru. Maybe he keeps it in there to come back from the opposing Nibiru. Guess we'll have to see. And then Josh's deck. Yeah, well, I don't know, same thing. He could be playing anything, I guess. Like, we've only really seen the standard Eldlich cards so far, and the hand traps, so let's see what happens. Yeah, so pretty exciting matchup, I suppose. Two very adept players playing the decks to the best of their ability. So yeah, the big strength to playing the Eldlich Synchron deck, as I have said before, is that you're playing 2 decks that can play independently. So you can play your Eldlich deck and go first or second pretty comfortably, no matter which combination of cards you draw there. Or you can play your combo deck and be able to put up big forms of negation through your 15 card extra deck that pretty much has exact copies of, like, there's no cutting any cards from it, right? Like, there's 2 cards I think that are cuttable, and there's the second Auradon and the second Needle Fiber, and then potentially also Formula and Barricade. But those cards are integral to the current combo that everyone seems to be defaulting to, so I don't think they're cuttable at all. There we go. Josh is done siding. I think Joe's still probably thinking about what he wants to take out, right? Does he want to take his hand traps out, or does he want to take out his engine cards and then risk not seeing the cards he needs to see? Maybe there's a world where he takes out Magician Souls. I don't know. I don't have heaps of experience playing with Magician Souls because the build I played for the state championships didn't include that card. But looking back, I think that might have been a mistake, because opening Jet Synchron and Magician Soul is very powerful. It goes very far. Okay, so here we go. Joe's going to start. Alright, so Joe just thinking about what he wants to do, making sure he doesn't make any mistakes. Probably discussing. This is another thing. These guys are both on Discord with each other, which is why they won't be in the chat. Okay, so he's going to start off with Cursed Eldland. That's very interesting. maybe a potential bait for the Ash Blossom, or I suppose we'll see what happens. Yeah, so he's going to add Lord to his hand. Maybe he wants to try and put Lord on board to summon Needle Fiber with one of his hand traps. That's a potential play that he could go for. Oh, here we go, Magician's Souls. Okay, very, very interesting. Okay, so he's going to use his Eldland and then send it with Magician's Souls to draw cards. Yes, he's opened very well here. Assuming he has access to any tuner monster, which would be incredibly hard to believe he doesn't after this, he will be able to do his full combo. And if he has Jet, he has the potential to play through Nibiru as well, which is just crazy. Wow, so he's going to ditch the Sanguine from his hand and Eldland. Oh my god, this opening is insane. So he's going to draw 2 cards. Thinking really hard about what he wants to do here. Okay, so now he has 5 cards in his hand. He has Magician Souls on field. And he's going to be able to... I think he's going to be able to... Yep. Send an Eldlich monster or a golden land to his graveyard from the deck. And he's also, in the end phase, going to be able to get a golden land. So that's like another 2 cards. So it's... Gosh, he's just gone +3, I think. Already? Oh, wow. Now the question is, did he draw Jet or did you draw a hand trap? Maybe. There we go, tuning. Okay, cool. So he's going to tuning for Jet, which is huge here. Next, he's going to activate... Next, he's going to activate... Is he going to summon Link Rebo? Yep, and then he's going to summon Jet Synchron. Yeah, so here comes the Link Rebo, as I said before. And then he's going to link off into Needle Fiber and try and summon the Despot from his deck. Oh, there's the Ash Blossom on the Needle Fiber, which is... Makes things pretty difficult for Joe. Because now he can't... he has no access to 001. So I believe he needs 2 extenders to play through this. Yeah, he needs another monster to board, and he needs to summon Jet from grave to play through this. So, and that monster has to be a machine as well. So we know that maybe his best play here may be to go for Linkross and draw another card. Yeah, this is really unfortunate. I suppose he can still make Boral Savage, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So that's Boral Savage and his Eldlich Engine to Josh's 5 cards could potentially be pretty good. You know, assuming that Josh doesn't have another hand trap. Okay, here we go. So he's going to ditch the O-Lion. He's going to summon Jet. He's going to get the O-Lion token. This is very interesting. Yeah, unfortunately, I believe he's 1 extender short of being able to play through this completely, but there will be some form of an end board after all this, whether it be... Another thing he could potentially do here is maybe he could just use the token and the Jet Synchron to make Herald, and then have the Coral Dragon for his opponent's turn. But I'm not sure how effective that would be in this situation, because it turns off his Golden Lord, which is not something he probably wants to do at the moment. The Golden Lord in hand. Yeah, there's plenty of options here. Yeah, so let's just think about what else could happen here. Maybe he goes for... I believe his best play here is to go for Formula Synchron with the Linkross, and then make Auradon, and then make Borrowed Savage Dragon. I think that might be his best play, but... What else could he have? But yeah, so he's gonna summon Link Karibo. And he's gonna summon Formula Synchron, as I said earlier. Draw a card. So going to link off the Link Cross and the Link Karibo to make Barricade Borg Blocker. Suppose he's just thinking about anything else he could potentially do right now. I don't see what he's thinking about, but he probably just wants to weigh up everything, make sure. Yep, here we go. He makes Barricade Borg Blocker. Now I believe he will link the Barricade Borg Blocker and the Formula Synchron off. Oh! He's going to discard his Lord. Yep, and then he's going to Oradon. So I think the play here is to sack off 2 of the tokens to get Lion out of your deck, and then summon Borrowed Savage Dragon and equip your Needle Fiber to it. Because then you get to keep the Oradon for next turn for any sort of follow-up, kill shit. It's nice. Nice card. Like, not just the tokens, just in general, that card's just really nice. See, up to 3 monsters and apply one of the effects based on the number of monsters. So 1 is destroy 1 card on the field, which is just like really such a nice effect for a card like this to have. A card that you need to play because it gives you all these tokens to combo off with, but then just also gives you a way to out floodgates or monsters that you need to kill to make certain intervals of damage. And there we go. He's going to get rid of 2 of the tokens. He's going to summon O-Line from his deck. Yeah, so by getting these cards... Yeah, by getting all these cards out of play, he does not have another combo. Like, his Oradon will not be summoning any more lions from the deck after this, because he's already used the first one in his hand. Yeah, apparently they're having some Discord issues. So, like, keep that in mind when you're watching this, like, because that's probably why it's taking so long between players. They both need to discuss it and communicate it, and then, oh, sorry, didn't hear this, didn't have that. Yeah, so he borrowed Savage Dragon. So this would be the time where Josh uses his Nibiru, and which would be very unfortunate for Joe. Yep, so I don't think there's a Nibiru that's going to be dropped here, so he's going to use his effect to attach Needle Fiber. And that's going to make his Borrowload Savage Dragon 3750. Putting in total 5850 damage on board for next turn. So he only needs 2150. And there's a whole multitude of cards in his deck that will do that, namely Lord in the graveyard. So it seems as if there's not really a lot Joe has to do here. He just needs to live through to the next turn and hope his opponent doesn't set too many traps. Maybe looking back, he should have put the Borrowload Savage in defense mode, but either way, probably doesn't matter. God, this deck is just so strong when it gets to start. You know, sometimes they have the hand trap, and it's like, you know, your hand was that good, it just doesn't matter. Yeah, you didn't get to do your combo, but it just doesn't matter. Oh, yep, so he's going to summon the Lord. He's going to end his turn. He's going to banish Sanguine to set a Golden Land trap from his deck. Probably Conquistador. No? Sorry, the counter trap. Of course. Giving him 2 forms of negation into 5 cards. And then setting another Sanguine from his deck as well. His 3rd copy of Sanguine, I believe. Yep, so Josh has to draw pretty well here to get out of it. You know what would be very unfortunate here is if Josh had Sphere Mode. That would just be a pretty big punish. Yeah, Joe's looking like he's in a really good position here. Having set 3 cards, having a card in his graveyard that floats, and then having the Lord in play and a card in hand. Definitely a good position to be in. Then Josh also has 5 cards and his deck's very powerful. So maybe there's something he can do here. Maybe he drew some sort of blowout card that might help him play the game. Yeah, while I'm here, I might remind you guys, Yugioh Gaming 5 for 5% off at yugioh.com.au. Please go check them out. Ooh, this is interesting. So, normal summon Scrap Recycler. So I guess it's to send Jet Synchron, but I don't know, maybe he plays Wyvern? I don't know how you would have room for that. What two cards would you play instead of the second Needle Fiber and the second Auradon? Unless this guy's just straight up wild and he's just... Oh, wow. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. So Joe's options here are let this go through and see what he sends. Or that option, which is not letting it go through and putting Josh on 4 cards and no normal summon versus a negate and 2 set cards, one of them being Sanguine. So one unknown in hand. So 2 potential disruptions plus the Borrowed Savage Dragon. Okay, yeah, so I think he's scooping it up. Wow, so he drew the Fridge, the Lord, the Quick Draw Synchron. Jeez, yeah, no, Josh was never winning this game. GG's. There we go. GG. Joe wins the match. Let's go. Yugioh 2-0. Yeah, so I suppose thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next one.